The world is in trouble. Our future's in trouble. All right, 2022 GMC Yukon is a throwaway vehicle, not a repairable vehicle.
Well, to be fair, doesn't it have almost 400,000 miles on it?
400,000 miles. So this video, we are going to fix a $4,000 repair that 10 years ago wasn't $4,000 for free, right? You're not gonna charge me to do this job.
Yeah, I figure if I charge you half the cost, probably fair, we both win.
I should have never said how much this job was costing me.
Hell yeah, brother.
Oh, baby.
Nice.
Oh, awesome. Come on.
All right, add them all together here because Craig's off styling his hair.
So I'm at the auction and today we're selling the 2014 Yukon Murano. What do you mean refinish it? So this is the story. This right here is a 2022 GMC Yukon with 387,000 miles, but running so well that I can still drive it across the country on a family road trip. But here's the problem. Show me, Adam.
Oh, it's so horribly damaged. Even if I were blind, I could tell you that this is very horribly damaged.
What does it say in Braille?
Let me die.
Yeah, so here's the problem. This car is from Florida, and just like Florida things, we had a hurricane and a palm tree fell and peppered the door. What do you have for trucks?
Oh, come along, this is a good one. This is the perfect example of how easy it is to repair steel. You can repair steel forever. Aluminum, not so much.
Ford came out with the brilliant idea of making cars lighter for fuel efficiency, to EPA mandate, blah, 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 make cars out of aluminum. Problem is, aluminum is more malleable than metal, right? They like bend in weird ways and they're hard to repair.
I would argue that it's less malleable.
Less malleable,
Because
okay.
yeah, if something's malleable, it can hammer and be shaped, and aluminum is a lot tougher to hammer and shape.
Okay,
So
there
it's
you
less
go.
malleable.
So you can't just, like, my PDR guy wanted $4 grand.
Oh yeah.
To not do any like repair, he
Oh,
was
yeah.
like fixing what's existing, $4,000.
All of my metalworking tools are solely for steel only, because basically they weld onto the panel and pull out, which they work fantastic on steel panels, but you can't do that on aluminum.
You like tack weld it, pop it, right?
Exactly.
Cannot do that to aluminum.
No way.
So the Yukon has an aluminum door. Mako wanted $4,000 to replace the door. We're gonna get into door skins and all that in a little bit. Oh my goodness.
So this is my 2010 Chevy Silverado LTZ with only 69,000 miles on it. But look at what happens to trucks in New England, especially if you don't take care of it. So if you look over here, this cross member is completely separated from the frame. Same on that one, that strut mount is about to break completely off. There are massive holes in the frame underneath.
Oh my goodness.
But this is a low mileage, very clean truck besides the frame. So I got my work cut out for me on this one, but if you follow, add them all together, you know this ain't nothing and I'm definitely gonna save it.
Nice plug. Also, kind of counteractive of my whole point of why did they change over to aluminum? The idea would be no rust, right?
Right.
Frame's still steel
Yeah.
on the trucks. And here's what happens to aluminum. Oh, no rust. Watch what happens. You still got your Jeep. Over here, Ford, again, did it with the tailgates and the hoods on Expeditions, and they would bubble like crazy. Jeep Wranglers.
So aluminum doesn't rust, but it does corrode. So this is a 2020, only 6 years old. And this is what's happening on my Jeep Wrangler. All along the bottom here, all 4 doors. And now Jeep did a good faith warranty for 5 years. Unfortunately, it's 2026. This is a 2020. I'm just outside the warranty.
This doesn't happen in 5 years. This happens in 6 years plus.
Exactly, they know that.
So they know from 20 to 20, within 5 years, this isn't gonna happen.
They've got it all figured out.
Wow, now this car is made out of aluminum and steel, so you've also done rust repair to it as well.
Yes, so the
we
rocker
have the
panel-
worst of both worlds.
The rocker panel did have a sizable hole on the other side, and I patched it and replaced it, because that's easy to do on steel, not as easy to do on aluminum.
So let's get to the point of this vehicle. The door is not really repairable. What you used to be able to do is door skin.
Right.
So instead of replacing the entire door, which actually is easier for me, I could find like your truck on Copart, same color. I'd pull it off, or on like LKQ, I'd pull the whole door off at a parts yard.
Oh, yeah.
And then put it on. This truck's too new, 2022, in this color blue. I can't find it anywhere in the country.
Sure, yeah.
And the one I found was black, and it was still like $1,800.
Wow.
Because they know that they're not out there.
Oh, yeah.
So what Mako said was you gotta buy a whole door from GM. That was expensive. and then blend it. So you're gonna paint the door and then blend this way and blend that way and then spray it, right?
Oh, yeah.
This is where your forte is, so I'll let you explain.
That's exactly it. That's how you do it. You'd have to replace the entire door. You'd probably have to seal it from the inside out because they don't come sealed, seam sealed, or coated on the inside. So you have to do all that, and then you have to salvage all this trim, which most of these are not reusable. So you're gonna be replacing stuff like this, this, all of those are one-time use. Once you pull it off, it's never gonna go back on the same way. This molding is already damaged, so you'd have to replace that. So not only the door, you'd have a ton of trim work that would have to be done as well. And a lot of times, stuff needs to be reprogrammed as well. And sometimes that's at the dealer only. So if this has any type of sensors in it that are special, you may have to go to the dealer to have it reprogrammed.
Oh, Dios mío. I bought this in Florida. I live in Florida. We did a family road trip across the country in a 400,000 mile GMC Yukon with no failures yet. And while I'm here, I'm having Adam altogether fix this appropriately for a 400,000 mile vehicle. Oof. If it had 50,000, 80,000, it's worth spending the $4,000. But at 400,000,
sure.
Let's make this presentable so when I do go sell it, they can look past the mileage and the door.
Yeah.
Because the price is gonna be right. Now there's a couple other concerns too with these vehicles. It being aluminum, it's replaceable, not repairable like most everything today.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking, which we talked about, was paint this and blend here and here. The cheapest, easiest way would be to body fill, prime, paint the door. It's never gonna match. So explain what I mean by that.
So they have different variants of the color. So depending on what date it was manufactured, what factory it was manufactured in, there could be 2, there could be 22 different variants of this color. Especially high metallic silvers and stuff like that, you'll see 30 different shades of this silver, and they'll do what they call a letdown panel, and they'll spray at least 10 different shades of it and then put it to see which one matches the best.
Like that silver is near impossible to match if I had to match that.
That's gonna be tough to match. But this one hopefully won't be too bad to match. We don't really have a good blendable panel. So what I'm saying is you could refinish just this area and still have a little here and there, but we're so close to the edge there and here that this is not gonna be a blendable panel.
Okay.
So we're gonna refinish it end to end.
Well, as your business grows, you'll eventually need to grow with it, and that's where Relay comes in. So Relay is an online business banking and cash flow management platform. It provides multi-account checking, team debit cards, and automated budgeting tools. With Relay, you can have up to 20 individual checking accounts with unique account numbers and routing numbers to separate all of your expenses, your taxes, and your payroll. Relay can also issue up to 50 physical or virtual Visa debit cards for team members with custom spending limits. And it operates with no monthly maintenance fees, no minimum balance requirements on standard accounts. Relay has built-in bill pay and invoice management, meaning you don't have to log into a separate tool to pay your vendors. Relay lets me schedule and send payments directly, whether it's ACH, wire, or check. And even better, Relay gives my bookkeeper, my assistant, and I individual logins with permissions, so I don't have to share any of my bank passwords. So if you're looking to grow and scale your business and make things a little bit easier, you can scan this QR code right on the screen or click the link in my description to try Relay for yourself today.
So Adam altogether has a couple Skylines. He's got a couple toys. He's got an El Camino. If you're one of the millions of people that haven't watched this El Camino video, he's got an El Camino video out. You can check it out.
Yeah, please watch it. You know, it needs more than 800 views, okay?
That rusty truck has 1 million views, and this thing has 800. All right, fire it up so people can hear it.
All right, come on, old girl. Don't make me look foolish. Battery hooked up, yup. Pump it twice.
2 pumps, that's all you need?
Every time.
That's what my wife said.
Oh, made me look foolish. You see that?
Oh wow, sounds like cherry bumps. They don't make them like they used to.
Hell yeah, brother.
We are taking this truck across country on a family road trip from Florida all the way up to New Hampshire and stops in between and then over to Tennessee. And from Tennessee back to Florida. So like an East Coast trip to the West, I don't know what you call it. Yeah, the South, whatever. And this thing is starting to get pretty nasty. The whole family's sick. There's a funky smell in my truck, but at least we're gonna have it repaired and looking presentable because everybody says who shot my truck everywhere I go. What are we gonna do first? We're gonna pull off the chrome trim, right?
Yeah, we gotta pull off that trim. We gotta clean the entire door. So we're gonna dry it off, get all the water off of it. Then we're gonna use a wax and grease remover to get any wax and grease off of it. And we're gonna start, maybe pull the door panel off, because I watched some PDR videos, paintless dent removal, for those who don't know. And they said, always push before you pull.
Okay.
I don't know why. Always push before you pull. So we're gonna pull the door panel off. Hopefully we have some access to stuff like this where we can just start pushing out the dents. But you know, I'm not promising anything because I'm not an aluminum guy.
Yeah, I think anything's gonna look better than this. I'm going to clearly and specifically say the steps so the Google algorithm knows that this is to remove an inner door panel on a 2022 GMC Yukon. First, open the door handle, pop that panel off, remove the 7mm bolt. Then there is a Torx bit. Torx nut? What is it? Torx screw? Right down there.
Right here, yeah.
Torx screw, right down there. Remove that. Then you will pop the window switch up. Once you pop the window switch up, there may be another screw below that panel. Did you find it?
Yeah.
You found it.
I got it.
Then we'll go to the next step. Now that the quote-unquote quick disconnect is unplugged from your window switch, start on one corner and work your way around. So easy. You made that look so easy, Adam. Beautiful. Now you're gonna disconnect the door handle.
Freaking aluminum
Do you want me to
doors.
hold?
The magnet doesn't even.
Magnet doesn't stick to your aluminum door. All right, Adam's got that.
All right, add them all together here because Craig's off styling his hair or whatever he does. I got the door panel off. As you can see, I do have some good access here to start pushing out some dents. So let's give it a shot and see what we can do. I've got my trusty pry bar right here and I'm gonna start massaging out some dents. Hopefully we have some success. All right, so we're going for this big mamma jamma first. Now I'm getting ready to pull this chrome molding off, which is already broken, but that's okay because I'm sure it's probably a couple $100 to replace.
Holding a flashlight, too.
I'll try to do it like a blind man. So you want to be right here.
Okay.
All right, let go. Oh, baby.
Nice. Oh, awesome.
Much better. We're getting there.
I didn't realize this crease was this big either.
We gotta work on that one.
Holy moly.
So we gotta lock it up. When we push it out and you hold pressure on it, what I'm doing is I'm trying to tap down a couple of the high spots.
Yeah.
Because it moves the metal from out to in. And we want it to lock the buckle out, because right now it's locking the buckle in.
And for the people that don't know out there,
Oh, hey.
why can't we just fill it?
I mean, you can.
Tap some holes, fill it.
So the rule is an 1/8 inch. Body filler shouldn't be more than an 1/8 inch. We're gonna break that rule. But we want to minimize how badly we break that
How
rule.
thick that
Right.
body filler is.
There are lots of guys who will just tap it low so Bondo can go.
Yeah.
That's the old rule. Which we are probably going to do in some of these spots because we're never going to get it perfect. Like sheet metal, we could get it really close to perfect. Or steel. But aluminum is really tough to get it back to that shape.
Okay.
So we're going to do our best and then work with the rest. All right, push it back out. It's not out.
We are revising our method. I'm scraping with a scraper, Adam's using a glue puller.
So we got the majority of this dent out. It's looking way better than it was, but it's still not where I want it to be. So my buddy Bezos hooked me up with this glue puller. But first, you gotta turn it on. So come back in a couple minutes when this heats up. All right, so Craig's removing all this adhesive, which you don't want to do it this way if you're not doing paint work.
Right.
But we are doing paint work, so it's okay if we scratch it up a little bit because the eraser wheel was taking a while.
So I think the whole theme of this video is repairable, not replaceable, and everything is becoming replaceable. Adam, my brother, just called GM to get the paint code because normally they're either in the glove box or on the door. And Adam, what was the response from the GM dealer?
She told me that after 2015, they stopped putting paint ID tags on a lot of these vehicles. And I would assume that's because they want you to take it to the dealer. Rather than you being able to find the paint code and go buy some online or at the local parts store with a little touch-up can, whatever, they want you to have to go to the dealer to figure out where to get the paint and what color it is and anything.
Yeah.
Fortunately, my parts girl came in clutch. She told me that it's called Dark Moon Blue.
Yeah,
And there
it
are
looks black, it's not.
2 different paint codes for it. So now I can call my paint supplier, get it ordered, and hopefully Dark Moon Blue doesn't cost the moon and stars.
So I got most of the glue off, the adhesive. And one thing I'd recommend to the viewers out there is what Tim Robbins says to Martin Lawrence in a very specific movie. What does he say to him when he gives him advice on how to rob a store?
Maybe try a mask.
Wear a mask. When
Nice.
you're doing this, wear a mask. You don't need to be inhaling all this garbage that I just inhaled.
Right?
Also,
Possible carcinogens.
what movie? Not you. You. Not you. You.
Oh,
What
I know.
movie?
I know.
Hey, please don't kill me, Freaky Jason. I say, please don't kill me, Freaky Jason.
The hot glue gun is officially hot now. I got my PDR dent removal kit from Jeff Bezos. Thank you, Jeff. Get the hot glue on there. Let it set up for just a second. And I'm going right in this crease. Let it set up there. And I'm also gonna put one right here as well.
Actually, I enjoy doing this. This is the fun part.
This is the fun part?
Yeah, I enjoy it. And the not fun part is peeling that glue off of that afterwards.
Oh yeah, that part sucks.
Or off the car afterwards.
Well, if you'd like, I'll have you sand a lot too, because sanding is the other not fun
Oh,
part.
great. Can't wait.
All right, so now we'll let that cool for a moment so the glue really sticks.
Pretty quick, though. You're like looking at it waiting for it to dry. I usually walk away and come back. You think it dries that fast?
Yeah, I mean, you can tell how it's getting kind of foggy. When it turns a little bit more of a solid color, it's completely dry. You can actually see right there.
Yeah, it just
It
changed.
just changed before our eyes.
Yeah.
So when it all looks like that, it's pretty much good to go. And then we've got a couple of different options on what to do here. This tab, or this hook, goes on here and pulls the whole thing. Rather than normal dent pullers just do one tiny little
Yeah.
spot, this pulls this whole piece evenly. And they go all the way up in different sizes too. So I have a long one for longer attachments. And then this one, we can use probably this clamp tool right here and try to work it out that way. But you gotta be careful because these can cause dents as well.
Now, what I used to do in a metal door, and maybe you could do it in an aluminum door, is I would tap a hole with a screw.
Yep.
Okay, right here.
Yep.
And that screw had some pretty solid threads, coarse threads. And with my slide hammer, I'd pull the screw. You can also weld
Yep.
a steel door.
I prefer to
with
weld
the
them.
same idea. The welding's better, and then you're pulling the weld out. This is opposite. This is just glue.
Yeah.
So the idea is the same, but you're doing it with glue.
And the screw dent puller has been around for decades because it works. But what I would say is that once you actually rip that screw out,
Pulls right out, yeah.
when it pulls out, it makes like a volcano where the
Yeah.
hole was.
Yep.
So now you have to tap that hill down, and now you have a hole in the door where we're trying to avoid that and not have any holes in the door. So this is a glue-on kit, but aluminum does not move like steel, so I'm not too optimistic.
First try, did you do any damage at all?
Didn't do any damage, but it didn't do any work either.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything, so waste our time.
Yeah.
I can see why everyone was charging so much to repair this, because this job sucks.
Yeah.
Here's another fun fact about aluminum repair. Body shops can charge an insanely high labor rate for aluminum repair versus steel repair. And the reason is they have to basically quarantine an area of the shop for aluminum work only. So if you grind an aluminum panel next to somebody who's grinding a steel panel, the steel dust mixes with the aluminum dust and causes galvanic corrosion.
Wow.
So they can't mix. So they have to be in completely separate areas of the shop. Otherwise, you cause future corrosion issues down the road.
No kidding. Good information.
If you know, you know.
Want to explain what's going on right now?
All right, so you may be familiar with the concept of edging from some of Craig's other videos. This is a little different. This is called feather edging. So what I'm gonna be doing is taking down the layers of paint around the edges. What you can see here is clear coat, base coat, and primer. I would say this is original paint. So I did take down all the layers of paint to kind of blend it and make it a gradual transition in different levels. I ground down all the paint over there, and then I hit it with the grinder. It's really rough, which is what you want when you're putting on a body filler. It really makes it adhere. There are a ton of body guys out there, I'm talking about you, the know-it-alls, who say that I am supposed to spray epoxy primer right now and then let it dry for 2 hours and then put body filler over that. That's crazy, all right? That's a lot more work than we need to do. This isn't the level at which I usually repair things, but we all know that cheap pain-in-the-ass customer who just wants it done quick and cheap. In this case, that's my brother. So follow along and let's do the best job we can for minimal effort, minimal cost.
Nice, just how I like it. I should say in this video, in defense of myself, the idea behind this whole channel is to make a profit and not lose money. So the more we spend, the more you lose.
Yeah.
By spending $4,000 on this car doesn't mean I can mark it up $4,000. So you're trying to make a profit when buying and selling cars. So I try to find the best reasonable, presentable, affordable way to do all it.
You know, maybe one day UNICEF will get into the used car business. Until then, we're the guys to see.
Okay, this is a business. This is not a charity.
So at this point, this is kind of a one-man job. So I am just Adam's shadow getting in his way. You want to walk us through what's happening?
All right, so in the body shop, Bondo is a bad word, and it's kind of a slang term or a trademark, like Kleenex. You know, every tissue isn't a Kleenex, every body filler isn't Bondo. This here is short strand fiberglass reinforced filler. Some people call it kitty hair, some people call it Marglass, but it's fiberglass reinforced filler. What we're using here, we're using this because you can build it up a little thicker than you can regular body filler. So regular body filler, you're really only supposed to do about an
Oh,
eighth
wait,
of an
don't
inch.
do that yet. Show me the edge of that, the stir stick, and that kind of explains why. So if you see the fibers on the stir stick, that's your fiberglass in the body filler, right?
Exactly, yep.
So that helps bond everything together better than just a regular body filler.
Right, and this isn't good to finish with because you tend to get a little bit of texture, pinholes, things like that.
Oh, actually, we can see it all. You can see the difference here. Do you have body filler we'll be using later?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so you can see what it looks like now. This is your body filler with like fiber hair versus body filler that will come in later.
So this you can build up a little bit thicker than regular body filler. So that's why we're using this first. So even though we are cutting corners a little here or there, we're trying to minimize the amount of corners cut. And this, rather than just caking on body filler, which could crack later on, this we can build up a little bit thicker and it's stronger. It dries like cement.
Fiber hair is less likely to crack too, isn't it?
Exactly, yep, because it's reinforced. Think of it like rebar in concrete. And always remember, don't put body filler over paint, kids. Doesn't work out in the end. And as you can see, I taped up the edges and papered up the bottom because every now and then you do get some spillage, and I don't want to mess up Craig's nice running boards.
This is the part I actually enjoy doing the most. It's kind of like art. Making a shape. Actually, you're not making a shape, you're taking away shapes.
Going Michelangelo, or Donatello, or Luigi. I don't know which one was a sculptor, but they were all Ninja Turtles. And we don't want to wait till this stuff dries entirely. We want to use my Sureform file or the cheese grater, get the rough shape while it's still a little soft.
So the other thing I always try to do too, which I'm sure you're gonna say later, is I try to make as much shape as I can without like lines and imperfections. The worse it is, the more work it is afterwards. True. Right?
Yep. I got your base coat, just came in. I ordered it about, what, an hour ago?
Yeah.
An hour and a half
Yep.
tops, so they got it here
Delivered
really
right to
quick.
our door.
Yeah, I love Don Kennet's. I've been using Don Kennet's for about 20 years. If you're from the New Hampshire, Massachusetts area, you know Don Kennet's. Do you care to guess how much your paint cost?
Oh, we got a pint of it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go base coat.
Yep.
I'm gonna go $117.
So just the base coat. I'll give you a clue. You ready?
I don't know what clue that is.
You don't know this clue?
No.
That doesn't mean anything to you?
No.
67.
$67? Okay, that's not so bad. So we're $67 in a paint, plus Marglass, plus tape, plus an eraser wheel.
Primer, clear coat, my glue sticks,
Glue
whatever
sticks,
else,
yep.
all the little things.
Okay. Cheese grater. What is a cheese grater? So simple. It is exactly that. It is a cheese grater.
Technically, it's called a Sureform file, if you want to be official. But yeah, it's a cheese grater. No way around it. So right
Do you
now,
go straight up and down, side to side, or do you go in diagonals?
it's a great question. I go in diagonal lines because it matches both contours of the panel. So that was a loaded question, but it was a good loaded
Yeah,
question.
right?
So we want to do it. Time is of the essence when you're doing this because if you wait too long, I can already hear I waited too long.
Oh no, that was because I was shooting a promo video. And you can see how it's hitting the, like there's different levels to the body filler. So it's taking off your top level, leveling it out.
So we're about 2 minutes too late to do this. We should have done it a couple minutes ago. But the idea is to save you a lot of time sanding.
And mess. Cheese grating is way better than dust. So Adam just brought up a good topic that would really spike the comment section. What's it called? A what camera?
The flock cameras. Tell me how you feel about
I didn't know what a
cameras.
float camera was, but while we wait for this, Let's discuss it real quick.
Okay. So it's painted as they're protecting you by locating criminals, you know, and tracking license plates and facial recognition, things like that. But basically, it's supposed to read plates, catch people from running red lights and expired registrations, things like that. But what it really is going to do is make us a lot like another country, China. And they have a social credit score. They have facial recognition software. I've heard, but have not confirmed, that it can connect and link to Bluetooth on your phone, so it knows who you are. Even if you cover your face, if you have your phone on you, it still knows who you are. Again, these are all conspiracy theorists, not conspiracy theories, not facts, but everything is a conspiracy theory until it's proven true.
Right. I was just recently told by a friend that got pulled over in his car by a cruiser because the AI in the sky saw his plate had expired and notified the closest cruiser. So that's the world we're going towards.
So what you definitely don't want to do is shine a green dot laser into your local flock camera, because that would be terrible. And if you do that, definitely don't want to have your phone on you when you do it, and you don't want your face exposed, because they have facial recognition software and Bluetooth connectivity. So definitely don't do that. And if you do it, don't do it. Don't have your phone and a face mask on.
I want no part of this section of the discussion. But now, what are your opinions? Tell us in the I've never even heard of this. Adam brought it up. Now I want to know if this is a regular thing. Are you guys aware of this stuff? So I noticed you ground down a significant amount of the body filler.
Oh yeah.
And now that it was ground out, now you're using more body filler than you did on your first coat of Marglass, like fiber hair, right?
Right, so I'm doing it actually in 3 stages, 3 separate types of body filler. First was the short strand fiberglass reinforced filler. This is Evercoat Chromolite, which is good stuff, but it tends to get a little pinholey. So I use this as like a first coat, and then I have Evercoat Z-Grip, which is a lot more wet and runny.
This actually looks like it's drying up.
Yeah, it is. This one, I'll use the Sureform Phylon to sculpt it, and we're gonna be really close with this one. Then, when we're really close, we'll switch to Z-Grip, and that stuff is kind of like polyester putty, really fine, but I'm gonna stop spreading because I'm gonna do more harm than good right now.
As this stuff starts to dry and harden, it actually gets more difficult to spread, and what Adam meant by do more harm than good, right?
More harm than good.
You start to see that it's pulling here instead of being smooth and level. So you're getting inconsistency, it's drying up, and it's actually pulling off as well, which will create more work after it dries. You're also starting to see this door take shape too. So we have a solid uniform line now. There's a little bit of inconsistency, but you don't want to build up the body filler too high, and that's why he's doing it in layers as well. Would you be okay with me saying that?
Yeah.
Great. So this is where the majority of the damage was, and it's starting to build out and smooth and level. So even though it may have just been this area, you can't just fill this area. You fill this area in layers to really build that out and get the line you're looking for.
Build it up, sand it down. Build it up, sand it down. And eventually it'll all be level.
But now that Adam is cheese grating the body filler, you can see this stuff comes off a little bit easier than the Marglass. Also, you kind of caught it in time versus the other was a little harder than it should have been.
Yeah, and this is just to make it a little easier on me when I'm sanding. And like you said too, it makes less of a mess too, because it's just concentrated right
that
here.
Instead of dust everywhere. So I try to pull off as much as I can before having to sand it. And you can see that it's leaving the flat spots, so it's pulling off the higher edges, and you can see where the low edges are as well. I notice you have what would be considered like a block sander, right? Pneumatic block sander, or what would you call it?
That's pretty much what it is. A lot of guys call this a mudslinger.
Mudslinger.
But yeah, it's an inline board sander. But
Yeah.
essentially it's a block that does a lot of the hard work for you, so you don't have to waste all that elbow grease.
So you're also still going diagonal.
Correct.
And what you can see now are the different levels of body filler.
Yep.
And also the deeper spots.
Oh,
so
yeah.
you were still going over those, but you can see the level now.
Sure.
And that block sander, what do you call it?
Inline board sander or
Your
a
inline
mudslinger.
board sander is keeping everything consistent now and kind
Exactly.
of leveling it all out.
And this is 36 grit, really rough.
Oh,
cut.
wow.
So it's sharp, it's aggressive, but it's good for ripping down very uneven body filler.
You know what's nice too is it doesn't stick into this sandpaper either.
No, that's because we let it dry. If you don't let it dry long enough, then you'll gum up the sandpaper pretty
Yeah.
bad. But since we took a lunch break, the body filler had a good chance to really set up. So now I'm going to be working working on taking down this area because we're still a little high right here. And then we're gonna have to inevitably do another coat of body filler to build up this area right here. So we might be 3 or 4 coats into it. Right now we're at 2.
It's getting there now. That is some good, serious progress and improvement.
And I'm just switching from 36 grit to 80 grit, so it's a nice milestone. Starting to see a little bit of metal poke through here and there, so I know it's time to swap over and get rid of all the 36 grit scratches. Swap to 80.
Now, will you do a skim coat later, or are you this sufficient?
This is hopefully it.
Really?
Hopefully.
No kidding.
Not guaranteed, but hopefully.
Oh wow. Pretty cool. You can see the levels that went into this to level it out. So it's perfectly smooth, smooth. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different layers of color on that. So I mentioned this off camera and I'll say it again. I like how you taped behind the door. Can I still open this or not anymore? I won't anymore. It's okay. So you went behind the door and laid the tape here and then there facing forward, which was a good idea. And here too, so when the door shuts, the rubber weather stripping is taped on this side, but on this side you have the adhesive side of the tape exposed for the paper to stick to, so you can still get the edge of the door. That's a good idea. And then you just mentioned something about your door handle.
So obviously we should be removing and reinstalling, R&Ing in the lingo. So we should R&I this handle, we should R&I this molding, we should R&I the weather strip around the side. The owner of this truck is cheap, so the less we...
Hang on, the owner of this truck is on a road trip and has to disappear in 2 days.
Right, so that's what I meant. We're on a time crunch. So the less we have to reassemble, the better. So if we take all these parts off, yeah, it'll come out a little better, it's the right way to do it, but then we gotta reinstall all this stuff later on and hope that nothing breaks, because this molding could break, this door handle could break, those weather strips could break, and then what? You're SOL, stuck without these parts.
All potential hazards.
Right.
That could happen.
So this is a customer pay cash job. If you don't like it, tell me about it in the comments.
I gotta be on the road soon, or the wifey's gonna not be pleased. All right, truck is taped off. Low pressure primer. What do you use for a primer? Is this like...
This is good stuff. This is liquid gold I'm spraying on my truck, by the way. Just because you saw me spend $67 on one color doesn't mean the job cost $67. This gallon of primer is probably $290.
Wow.
Activator.
Nason?
Nason 2K high build primer. Good stuff.
Ooh, high build primer, good.
Love this stuff. I'm probably gonna do 3 or 4 heavy coats. It's gonna look like stucco when I'm done with it.
Oh,
Maybe
good.
a little smoother.
Cool.
But still.
Go for it. And boom, just like that,
What dents?
no more dents. Wow. Suck it, Mako.
Now we'll do 3 or 4 coats of this, sand it all smooth tomorrow, and squirt some color on it.
Cool. Explain to the world what a guide coat is and why you're dusting black spray paint over your primer.
So this is just a temporary thing. It's gonna show me where I need to sand. So it's a guide. It shows me high spots, low spots, where I have sanded, where I haven't sanded, and I'm gonna sand it all off. So there will not be spray paint on this car when it's all done.
That's just regular spray paint, right? Nothing special? Just dust it on. Well, that looks wonderful. And you all got to see what it looks like behind the scenes of me holding a camera while Adam does all the hard work.
Oh yeah.
That's it right there.
Almost perfect.
I'm leaving, and leaving the camera for you.
Okay.
And I'll be back sometime tomorrow to
All right.
pretend I'm helping again.
I'll be squirting some of the blue.
Cool, thanks. So it's day 2. I'm gonna leave Adam alone today. He doesn't need me watching him block sand over his shoulder. He's gonna be block sanding the Yukon, and then he will be laying probably 3 to 4 coats of base coat, and then 2 to 3 coats of clear coat. While he's doing that, I already got my hair cut, and I put up a fence. So we did. Pop and I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections of fence, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 posts yesterday. So I have a Nissan Murano at my Hampstead shop that we use for rental properties. I'm gonna sell it tomorrow at the auction. So today I have to prep it while Adam's working on the Yukon. I also have an F-350 plow truck that I'm gonna use as a commuter car. So while Adam has our 400,000 mile Yukon that my family's using, I picked up a rental car for my wife and I am going to go pick up my work truck that's still here.
Howdy. Day 2 out here working on Craig's truck. It's about 9 a.m. I'm gonna start block sanding with my favorite block right here. 220 grit on my block. I'm gonna level off all the body work that I've already done on this door here. I did do the guide coat, that black spray paint everywhere, which is gonna show me where I need to sand, low spots, high spots, anywhere I missed, etc., etc. So follow along and watch the thrilling time I'm gonna have sanding. So, please excuse the inconsistent light on this door here, but as you can see, I have started sanding where it's still dark around the edges. I have not sanded. The middle where all the body work is looking pretty straight. I'm very happy with that. I have a little bit of work to do below this body line. I'm sanding with 220 grit right now, but after I'm done with that, I am gonna water sand it with 400 to take out all the 220 grit scratches. And that should hopefully be good. Because I did do 5 heavy coats of primer, I should have more than enough here to work with. Right, next up, I am water sanding with 400 grit on my soft block. So that'll take out all the 220 scratches and help clean up all the edges to make sure everything's clean and smooth, ready for paint. Now that everything is sanded and dried off, I'm going to be wiping down the panel with wax and grease remover on a clean rag, and then I have one to dry it off as well. I'm also going to be wiping down thoroughly all of the spots that I'll be putting tape. So anywhere I'm putting masking tape, I'm wiping down with wax and grease remover so I know my tape will stick well. Just like that, it's time to mask. So, I'm just getting ready to spray my epoxy primer in black. That way I have a darker ground coat to cover my midnight blue on top of that. So this will also hide any very minor sand scratches and give me a little bit more adhesion for the paint we're spraying today. Alright, the epoxy primer has had about 45 minutes to set up, which is the appropriate flash time, and I'm getting ready to spray my base coat, so let's see what happens. My base coat is dry. I got my clear coat all mixed up. Everything's looking nice and smooth. I've even got my garage floor all wet, so nothing sticks. So actually, everything sticks in the water rather than getting blown around in my paint. I do have some rogue flies zooming around my garage who I'm hoping I don't end up hating. So let's hope that fly stays the hell away from my paint. All finished spraying clear. I did 3 coats of clear coat, looking real nice and smooth. Could probably use a scuff and buff. We'll see how it looks in the sunlight tomorrow. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. You can barely see a ding or a wave in here. The true test will be tomorrow when I get it out in the sunlight.
So it's the next morning, and while Adam works on my Yukon today, I have a ton of things to do. He really doesn't need me sitting over his shoulder watching him, so I'm gonna leave him to do his work. I still have this F350 at my shop that I picked up yesterday. This is my plow truck that we plow. That stupid dog. Oh my goodness. I still have this plow truck that I keep at my Hampstead shop that we use to plow during the winter. We're going to be taking this thing back to Florida with our 400,000 mile Yukon. My grandfather packed the bearings for me while I was gone. So the dogs are so annoying. So my grandfather packed the bearings on this while I was gone, put new lug nuts on in case we have an accident. I have my spare. So the 400,000 mile Yukon will be towing this back to Florida. This, if you guys remember, is his 56 T-Bird. I love this car. I'm so happy he still has this thing. Never uses it though. So if you've been following this channel for a while, you know Papa Al. I stayed at his house last night. My wife went to the beach with the kids. I'm heading to the auction today, and you guys are gonna come with me because I still have a car here. My last vehicle in inventory is like a 2012 Nissan Murano. We're gonna sell it at the auction today while Adam's working on the Yukon. And then we're gonna go check on the progress of the Yukon, see how it went. Actually, he's probably going to be working on the Yukon in this video in the next clip while I'm at the auction, so we'll jump back and forth. So I'm at the auction, and today we're selling this 2014 Nissan Murano with 160,000 miles. I bought it a year ago when I still had my dealership up here, but this was the last car that never sold, and it's been sitting at my shop in Hampstead forever. Let's see if it starts. Dead battery. All right, but not totally dead battery. So it is really, really clean. And I'm just gonna sell it to the highest bidder today, see what we can get for it. It's really nice, but I don't wanna bring it back to Florida. I don't feel like dealing with it. The title's here, so we're gonna sell this today and see what we can get for it. My dad's here looking at vehicles he shouldn't be looking at.
Yeah, I wonder if I could get one of these cheap though, but I'm cheap.
Yeah, too cheap for dealer auctions even. Me too, it's a problem.
Cracked windshield, $1,000 off.
Yeah, right. So what is a 14 Murano with 160,000 miles worth? $1,000 maybe? I don't know, we'll see. All right, there goes my Murano running up next. We're gonna see that go through and see what we get for it. Highest bid wins. All right, here comes my Murano running through. So that's going through to highest bidder. Highest bidder's gonna win that thing. Let's see what it sells for. The auction doesn't like that I used to shoot videos at their auction. Everyone else can have their camera out, but I cannot specifically. So I didn't shoot anything there, but we had no bids on the Murano. So I said the highest bidder would get it, but when there's no bids, there's nothing I can do. So tomorrow I'm gonna take it back to my shop and I'll try to run on ACB or see if Lauren wants to sell it for me for like 1,500 bucks or something. I also bid on a 1968 Toyota Land Cruiser, and I'm curious to know what this thing is even worth. I stopped bidding at 25 grand. I'm gonna insert some photos right here. So this is the 1968 Toyota Land Cruiser. I would say it was in good shape, not great shape. It wasn't a show car, but it was in good shape for the year. What is this thing worth? And then we also were bidding on a 98 Corvette C5 Corvette. For me to transport it home, it wasn't worth it. It was still $9,500 and a little more than that. So
And it's some issues. It had 7 owners, a couple of accidents. It was making a little noise.
we're going home empty-handed. Unfortunately, I have an empty trailer, so I could. It's gonna cost $1,400 to ship a car home, and I'm going home with an empty trailer.
It's money in your pocket though.
Yeah. Bummer. Money in my pocket. Yeah. Could be going home with some headaches. Way to look at it positively.
I almost bought another Jeep.
Gladiator Dents. Should have bought that. Yeah. Just collect Jeeps. This truck is unkillable. It's a 2004 F350 5.4 with an 8-foot plow, Goodyear tires. It is unkillable. I never use this thing, and I show up and it starts right up and runs and drives incredibly. Last thing I want to talk about. I just got a call from my brother and he's very upset because my Yukon won't start in his driveway. So he says there's power, he pushes the key and nothing happens. It's stuck in his driveway. His sandblaster guy is there. Shut up, dude. The sandblaster guy is trying to get in and my Yukon's blocking his driveway and it won't start. And I'm telling you right now, it is technology. It is probably not dead. There's probably some silly, like, safety mechanism that some engineer thought was a good idea in new cars. And I keep telling you I hate new cars because there's added headaches and added problems we don't need. So I have to rush to Adam's because my Yukon is blocking the sandblasting guy. And Adam is really upset with me, which really means he just needs someone to vent. It's not my fault, not his fault. All right, we're gonna go check it out and see what it looks like. He sent me a before and after picture of it. Before and after it was wet sanded and it looks stunning. So let's go find out. Any luck with this newfangled technology or what?
No, I hate this truck. It's switched, just like that.
I'm sorry for that.
I only want things like 2010 and older from now on.
Yeah, okay, I completely agree.
So this is the situation I'm in right now. I parked it right here because it was out of the sun. I wet sanded and polished this door so it looks nice and smooth. I washed the whole truck so it looks amazing for you. And then my sandblaster showed up when he was supposed to, which is perfect. I go to move this out of the way. Doesn't even click, doesn't crank, doesn't do a damn thing. Won't start. Put a jump pack on it, won't do a thing. I have a trickle charger on it right now. Keys out of it, door's locked like you said. So maybe you have the magic touch and you know something I don't.
Did you put it in neutral?
Tried to, it won't do it. You can't put it in neutral.
So
I was gonna push it out of the way, you can't put it in neutral. What if there's an emergency?
What if there's an emergency? It makes no sense. What I'm trying to figure out is what person in the chain of command thought not going in neutral was appropriate, and then other people agreed with it. Yeah, let's not make it go into neutral.
Separate point. I have a 2020 Jeep Wrangler. Now this makes no sense. I like to open my door sometimes when I'm backing up.
I already know where you're going with this.
Do something. So you open your door to back up, it throws it in neutral. It's like a safety feature where you can't shift. It's a Jeep, you can take the doors off. If I take the door off, it doesn't do that. If I open the door, it puts it in neutral. How the hell does that make any sense?
I made that. This will do that too. Yeah. I actually talked about that in this video. All right, I'm gonna try to unlock it. I unlocked it twice. Oh, my shirt. Oh, this thing stinks like Logan's sweat. All right, I'm gonna close the door. We got the whole GM thing happening here. All right, now I'm just going to, oh, it has a dead battery. You killed the battery! Just the thing for this. Well, we're having a problem with the Yukon. This Wolfbox starter is also a tire inflator. Oh, I also charged my phone with it because it has a USB-C charger and a regular USB charger. Ready?
Wow.
Tell me you're impressed.
I'm so impressed.
How long did it take you to not be able to start it?
Probably the past 20 to 30 minutes.
20, 30 minutes.
Yep.
Under 60 seconds.
Wow. Can I get one of those?
Yes, you actually can get one of these. There's a link in my description. I told you I was on a road trip in my 387,000 mile Yukon. We have put 2,147 miles on it so far into this road trip. And this, so we are here, 3-day process, but it was day 1 with full day.
Yep.
Day 2, full day, half day?
A little more than half day, yeah.
And then day 3, half day.
Half day, yeah.
So
2
it's
days.
like 2 days, but it could be done in 2 days. It does take
Oh, yeah.
3 days to do this.
It's a
And
process.
today you wet sand and polish. So my camera died yesterday after you block sanded all of it.
Oh yeah.
Did you get the painting?
Got the painting.
You just didn't get the mask.
Didn't get the
demasking.
Didn't get the unmasking or the wet sanding and polishing. But we're here for the reveal.
Today was, so you turned it in the sun, let it bake in the sun all day yesterday
Oh,
and
it
this
was
morning. And then, yeah, I put my hand on it yesterday and it was boiling. And then today you wet sand and polished it.
Correct, yep.
Now, I've already prefaced this video and I've already said, we know that you should blend this door and blend the quarter and clear this door, that door, and the quarter.
Basically the whole side of it.
That is how it should be done. That is way more work and we're on a time crunch. I'm literally leaving, I could leave tonight.
Right.
So, factory color, and look at how perfect that is here and how perfect it is here. It's perfect. That is a perfect, perfect match.
Close.
Yeah. Oh, you did a great job with the chrome too.
It's okay. I think it came out pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good. Let's go over budget. We are doing this on a budget in a time crunch. So what do we have in materials?
Probably about $350, I bet.
All right. Paint was 70. We got paper. We got tape. We got primer.
Body filler.
Body
Three
filler.
different types
Three
of body
types
filler.
of body filler.
Oh
yeah.
Clear
So-
coat,
yeah,
polishing
clear coat.
materials, sandpaper, car covers, all that stuff.
Yeah. So if you were to do this all one time, you would have to buy all the compounds, all the pads, all the tools, the gun, the compressor, everything.
Oh yeah, you're talking $3 to $5 grand for all
Yeah,
that stuff.
you and I have this stuff, so we can do these things because we already have the tools. We're just talking equipment, paper, and all that stuff,
Yeah.
accessories. So roughly $350. So I'll write you a check for the $350. Really appreciate it. Let's get on with the video.
Right, my time is free. No sweat there.
So that's it. So yes, can it get done? It can get done.
Yeah.
I say we, but really you.
All right, now here's something fun to engage your viewers. What do you think is fair for approximately 3 days of his brother's labor? And what do you think is fair for 3 days of your brother's labor?
Do you really want to do this again?
Oh, you hear that?
1,500?
Yep.
1,500?
First subscriber says 1,500 for
In
my
the
labor.
background.
Plus materials. I like you, Jeff. That's why I keep calling you back.
Until he charges you that. And then it's a different story.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm not as thrilled with the overall outcome as I was hoping to be.
Mm-hmm.
It came out good. I didn't expect it to be perfect. It came out good, but not as good as I had hoped. So let's call it 1,000.
1,000?
Including materials.
Including materials?
Including
Oh,
materials.
score. I'll tell you what. I'll give you another week at my condo for that.
Absolutely.
Score.
All right.
I actually am very pleased with the outcome, and I
Right.
think it came out exactly like I expected.
I was hoping for better, but it's still good.
I think it's exactly what I expected, and it's awesome. And I think you're being fair to me. And please subscribe to Adam's channel.
Add them all together on
Add them
YouTube.
all together. And by the way, I charge $3 grand for those plugs. So we'll call it, I'll give that as a favor. For the record, I've given him $1,200. He absolutely crushed it for me, did me a solid, and he is highly skilled, and I appreciate all his work. So I think we already talked about this truck, but these are the projects Adam works on. He is a metal guy, a body guy, a paint guy, and also a car flipper. I'll put a link right in the description. You know, I think it was a success all around, and I am heading off to Tennessee. All right, it's been 3 days. My wife is pissed. Her rental car wasn't sufficient enough. She left me, literally left me. Took the kids, left. She went to the beach. I've been on my own for 3 days. It's been wonderful.
Hey, you know I love you, Get it out of my driveway, please.
All right. I'll see you later. On with the road trip. Thank you very much. So that was awesome of my brother, and I got to spend 3 days with him, which I'm really excited about. In our next video, we are going to continue this adventure. We have 2,500 miles already on this 87,000 mile Yukon, and I want to keep going. I want to keep pushing it. We're going to tow the trailer with like thousands of pounds worth of stuff, not back to Florida. We're going to go upstate New York, through Ohio, through Pennsylvania, through Tennessee, through Kentucky, through Louisiana and Georgia, and back to Florida. We're going to put this thing to the test. Teaser, it's already happened. And if you want to know what kind of nightmares we go through and also adventures, you got to follow along. So make sure to subscribe. And likes are really appreciated in this video. I want to know if the length of this video was too long. Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you like that we were working on the cars? I miss my brother. I wish we could do more videos with him together. Here's a teaser of what's coming up. My old 387 760, and tonight, what are we doing tonight?
We're going to church. We're getting baptized.
Wow, that's exciting. Door's fixed. No dents. Bad, right?
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.